Welcome to Staying Sweet, the podcast. Tune into my weekly podcast to hear me, Alice Bradley, delve deeper into building your brand and enjoying a luxury lifestyle. All while staying sweet, of course. Whether you're looking to level up in business, start something of your own, or balance a more exciting, fulfilling, and healthier lifestyle, each episode will be created especially to inspire and encourage your own success so you can really have it all. Plus, don't miss out on the Staying Sweet specials, a series of exclusive interviews and conversations with Alice Bradley's network of inspiring entrepreneurs and brand owners. Always protect your sweetness, your light is not a weakness. Don't forget, there are new episodes every Monday. For daily content, you can check out my Instagram and you can follow me at alicelucybradley. Stay sweet. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode. Today I am joined with the lovely Tasha.
Hey
welcome
guys.
Tasha.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be on the podcast.
I'm so excited to have you on.
I can't believe I'm the first guest.
You are the first guest, of course, because you were also the first person to
hear about the podcast.
Yeah, hear about the podcast and find out. And yeah, I just wanted to get you on because today we're going to be chatting about how we shoot our Instagram content and how we max out on a shoot day so that we are productive.
Which I feel like we have a lot of tips and tricks on to share.
We
so
do.
We need to share them with everyone.
We do. And just a little disclaimer, because you probably can tell already, I have the sorest throat going, but that is not going to stop me. Clearly, something is trying to stop my speaking, but we're not going to let it hinder us, are we, Tasha?
No, we're not. We're here to chat away.
Tasha has lots of things to say as well, so we're just going to jump straight in. Firstly, welcome, Tasha. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. But yeah, today we're going to start with some updates, some things that have been sort of happening this week. And Tasha, this sort of segment is really great for just sharing our wins and our successes. So if there's anything that you've had over the past week that's been successful or productive, I'd love to know. For me, it's been a week of serious content creation and just enjoying TikTok. I feel like TikTok lately has been my jam.
I need to get back into TikTok. This is where I feel like I'm struggling and I need to get back into it.
Mm-hmm. And why is that?
I just find it really hard with TikTok to kind of stay productive with it, knowing what to film.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when I go on the app, I get addicted to it. So sometimes I try and stay off of it. And that's when I'm kind of falling behind on what to know to post on it. Because, don't you find that you start scrolling and you can be on there for hours?
Massively. I have started to set timers for myself. So I call it my research power hour.
Yeah.
And I cannot go past that hour, but also I cannot consume it as a social thing, an enjoyment thing. I'm going on there as a business and a brand. I'm saving down sounds and looking at trends, because the minute you get sucked into something funny, 4 hours have gone by and you're how is this happening?
That's what I was thinking. So I was when I do go onto the app, I feel like I need to be on there like that, where I'm sort of planning what I want to post and saving down sounds and things. But then that's when I get sucked in. So I do kind of need to, set the time aside to just kind of see what I could be posting as well, planning, and then just get back into it from my perspective of actually being able to post on the app.
Mm-hmm. And don't you agree that when you've had a bit of a ban from it and you come back, it's you're on a new app, because you're where have all these sounds come from? I don't know this, what's going on? There's so many sounds at the moment that I'm okay, I can see why the TikTok addiction is real, because
I feel
I just say it every
when I'm
day.
not on it, because everyone's sort of quoting it or singing the songs, and you're okay, I need to get back onto TikTok and get into the trends.
Oh my gosh, have you seen the Picasso one? I'm obsessed with that one.
No, see, I haven't been on it in ages.
It's what I can't even think of the sound off the top of my head, but it's what's that? And it's it's an art project. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, see, that
I need to get scrolling tonight
in my head. Yeah. So, basically this week has just been me on TikTok whilst I've been out of action with my throat. It literally sounds so awful. It sounds so bad. So another segment that we like to do here, Tasha, and I'm sure you know about it, is the affirmation of the week.
I love an affirmation.
Hopefully when I can sing and talk again, I'll probably sing that segment. But
I feel like you used to post them a lot on your stories, and I always like to see them every morning.
Oh my God, shall I do that
Yeah,
more
I think
then?
you should. Make it a daily thing. I love to hear it in the podcast. We need to see it on stories daily.
Because without even thinking about it, you're reading it in first person.
Yeah.
So it is retraining your subconscious. Yeah. And I think it's really healthy to have something that is of value to you and resonates with you. Like we've sort of chatted about this earlier today. An affirmation needs to like speak to you in a way, doesn't it? So I'm going to share my affirmation of the week, which is, today I will do something my future self will thank me for.
I like that one. I feel like that kind of means like keep you productive, do something that's going to help you in the future. Yeah, I really like that.
Just do that thing that you've been procrastinating, which has been the story of my life for so long.
Get it done and you'll feel better for it.
Definitely. I think Mercury retrograde hit, Venus retrograde hit. Not that I'm blaming astrology, guys, but I just kind of felt like, I'm ready to like have a slower pace, reflect, and now I'm ready to just be productive, do something each day to get me to where I want to be at the end of this year.
And we're in a new month where it's actually the first today that we're recording this, so that's
I always
feel fresh on a new month.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, ready to smash goals. But I actually have a quote that is one of my favourite quotes. I've always said it since I kind of started this whole blogging thing, and it was kind of what pushed me to start it. So my kind of, I don't know if we would say it's an affirmation, but it's one of my favourite quotes that I think we all need to live by, and it's, you're only one decision away from completely changing your life. So for me, it was like buying my first camera. That was such a big step for me to sort of change my life in a way, because
probably changed your mindset as well.
It did. And I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be a content creator. So it was just taking those first steps and pushing myself to do it. And you can change your life and chase those dreams. So
definitely.
I feel like everybody needs to live by that one.
And look at you now, like you're surpassed 10k, you're on like 11 something.
Goals.
It's just insane, and it's so crazy. Like, if you're listening to this podcast today and you're looking for inspiration, maybe you're wanting to do something on the social media side of things, it's possible, and we're going to tell you how to do it in today's podcast. We are here to help you. We are not gatekeeping here. We are sharing the tea. We're spilling the tea. The tea's coming in hot.
Our tea right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we've literally got a cup of tea each, because that is literally us.
Yeah, it is.
Also, we're in loungewear.
We are comfies, of
neutral
course.
Loungewear.
Yes,
wouldn't be,
such a vibe.
An Alice and Tasha situation without some neutral lounge. So, yeah, let's touch on the first topic today. So, of course, we've got to start with the basics. What actually happens on a shoot day? Tasha, what happens to us on a shoot day? I mean, I feel like a lot of stuff.
We're quite experienced with it now because we've done so many shoot days, so many different shoot days.
Oh my God.
Different locations. But I feel like I'd have to say our favourite is to shoot in London. Although it's quite far for us.
And it's stressful.
Sometimes it can be stressful. We always love the outcome of the pictures. There's just so many locations to shoot at, so many places we love. So should we share a couple of our favourites?
Let's do it. Tell me some of your faves.
Okay, I absolutely love shooting in Notting Hill.
Oh, I love it. It's so
and the
good.
Kind of like Holland Park area. I feel like you kind of get a mix there of the nice white houses that everyone loves, but also there's some places that are quite wacky and different. Like got the colourful houses, some nice like shop fronts. So that's quite a nice vibe. Also, we recently shot in Belgravia, which is obviously really close to Victoria.
So easy on the train.
So that's quite easy for us to get to. So it depends whether we're packing a case or going in the car. Like we'll try and give tips on both.
Yeah, that really does change how productive you are.
Yeah, it does.
But,
and sort of where you want to shoot as well.
Yeah, and they come with pros and cons. So like going by train, you obviously have to take less, but going by car, you have to factor in parking and paying for parking, not being like whacked with a parking fine or going into a box.
Oh no, which has definitely happened to Alice.
That's happened to me a fair few times, and London is another level of driving. So
we also quite like South Kensington. That is definitely like the classic white houses. And also Bond Street we shot at recently. That was kind of where we shot our sort of Christmas content, because obviously that's just the famous sort of shop
festive.
fronts.
Yeah,
it was really nice around
and
there.
by the Ritz, which was I think some of my like highest performing photos.
Really loved the pictures
of 2021. Oh, I loved it. And we shot with like flash, so we don't just shoot iPhone. Obviously iPhone photography is amazing. Like you can do so much. You really do not need a camera, but if you want that more editorial style, which, guys, by the way, is what I do professionally, like as like another side hustle. I have a photography page.
Yeah, definitely check it out, guys. She does some amazing work.
But yeah, we shoot with like different mediums, and I think experimenting has been the key to really like finding our personal style and
I really
what we like.
A bit of both. I think iPhone's good, and also camera just creates a different sort of shot, so it's nice to mix it up.
Definitely, especially around Christmas with the lights and it was so festive.
Are there any other sort of areas that you can recommend?
Do you know what, I really am so happy with the shots that we take in Brighton, and it took a while to really find a good road, but we're going to share it. I've shared it so many times. You've shared it so many times. Adelaide Crescent. Yeah. We love it.
Do you know what, though? It took me so long to find it because no one was sharing it.
No one
would share the
it.
location. And we were just driving around Brighton, and finally I came across what I'd seen all over Instagram. But yeah, why not share it?
I find this, though, like not spilling the tea and not like stirring the pot, but there are unfortunately creators out there who do not want to see other people succeed. And there is no point in that because it doesn't make you necessarily look too good. And also, like, there's so much opportunity for others to succeed alongside you.
I always think there's room for everyone.
There is. And I'm sorry, all my best friends are in the creative industry. So imagine if I trod on their toes and hindered them. Like, I would not be friends with them, would I?
No, exactly. You got to help and support each other. And I don't see the harm in it. So we always try and share it, whether it's on the picture, putting it as the location, or just sharing it on stories, or even in vlogs. We like to share the locations that we shoot.
Yeah, be specific. And also something that I've started doing recently is I created a guide with the actual pinned locations, so somebody can like go back to that guide and go, right, I'm in London for like the weekend or whatever, and just shoot and know what was achieved in that location, because otherwise it can be so hard to like find it all in your saved folders or your screenshots and and also like working out, like, some roads are not clear where they are.
No, but if you are a content creator and you live near Brighton, definitely go to that area because again it's got the kind of London vibe. Or you find yourself like a little bit of a detective, like zooming in, you can see like part of a sign. You're like, okay, we've definitely
I'll
done
Google that. I'll just see,
Google Maps.
just to work it out. But that's not happening here. We're telling you, we're gonna give you like a cheat sheet somewhere. I'll share it on my Instagram. Tasha can as well.
Yeah, we will.
With our favorite locations, but location is important because it does become the background to all your shots. It helps you create a visual and I don't know, like an overall vibe of your feed. Definitely. So lockdown was a hard one because we didn't have those shoot content. Days.
It was different. I feel like I didn't even know what to do then. I mostly just did mirror pictures.
But in car parks.
And car parks, which we actually really loved though. That was some of my favourite content.
We still love the car park vibe, and how cool that we were able to pivot our content. Like everyone we were all supportive. Things became trends, like the car park thing was a trend. The elevators, we had to we had to use our imagination, and that's what I love about social media and the power of social media. We've got
switching
all these different trends. I love it. So what kind of happens on a shoot day traditionally is we'll kind of work out a day to shoot. We will work out what brands we have lined up, and if we don't,
any ads,
we get on those emails, don't we?
Reach out to some brands, and if not, it's fine to still rework what you have in your wardrobe as well.
Definitely. So how many looks, Tash, would you say is your favourite amount? Because mine varies.
It does. Mine varies too. And I feel like we always try and aim for more than maybe what we can do, which is fine because we'd like to try and be optimistic and as productive as we can be. I'd say we both kind of go for 7 to 10. Whether we shoot 10, different story.
I think by 7 we're like so over it.
It really depends how the day goes. You know, there's been some winter shoot days where we get absolutely freezing and we can only manage 5. And then
we've actually shone snow, guys.
That's
the dedication.
Oh my God.
We actually had hot water bottles because our hands were like
it was a game changer though. Good idea by us.
Yeah. Have a hot water bottle in your car or with you. Also, like, you could literally pack it in a suitcase and just go to Pret and just say, could you fill this up with hot water, please? They might look at you like, what are you doing? But
It has to be done.
It has to be done. So yeah, we like to shoot between 7 and 10 looks. Traditionally, we like to look at previous content that we've shot and like look to that for inspo. We also love to look at other creators and obviously that's how you see trends emerge, because we're all in this industry together. We're collectively inspired by each other, and that's what I love about social media. It's a community, so we do find inspo from other content creators.
Through my feed or the explore page, constantly saving down stuff. I feel like we both create folders in our saved items as well, like, depending on where we're shooting or maybe like the kind of style that we're going for. Have folders, save as much stuff down as you want. It's good to look back on. I always love looking through my saved and getting inspo from that.
Definitely. Like I've got a London folder, so like London locations, but like outfits that work with it as well. So kind of pairing
like
poses.
It really just depends. Like there's so much inspiration you can get from other creators.
And then we sort of, I guess, have a little chat about where we're wanting to go.
Yeah.
Maybe we're sending each other inspo pics.
Oh yeah, we always do that.
And then
we're with the vibe.
Yeah, making sure we're like on brand, because we like to kind of make sure that if one person is bringing, you know, knee-high boots, that the other person doesn't need to pack them, because it's just extra stuff to bring.
Definitely.
So yeah,
I'd say that if you're going to be shooting with a friend, definitely discuss it all before, because you can even wear their stuff. Like say you've not got that many outfits to shoot that week, sometimes we'll be like, oh, have you got any new bits in? And we'll sort of wear each other's stuff as well, rework each other's items. It might even be that I've brought an outfit and Alice has a new coat. I can throw that on and you've got a completely different look. Like, you can be smart with the way that you pack, and we always say work smarter, not harder.
Oh, I love
That's
it,
our motto for a shoot day.
And 2022.
It is. That's our whole life motto, isn't it?
Batch create.
Yes,
that's
batch
what we're
create.
here to talk
so
about.
yeah, and the same, like Alice said, we'll always before a shoot day discuss who's bringing what bags and what shoes, just so we don't overpack.
Yeah, accessories as well. Yes. Doesn't it change the whole look?
Completely.
Switch the bag, do a half body shot, and then do a full body with something else.
Exactly. That is what it's all about, getting content, and that is how you really can batch, is just by switching things in and out.
Sunglasses as well. Shout out. Sorry, I have to do it. Shout out to Key.
Our favourite sunglass brand.
Oh my god, I love Key Sunnies.
Sure, yeah, they're the only sunglasses we always are wearing with our outfits.
I've actually got to the point now where I don't own any other pairs. I own one pair of Pradas, and I literally never pick them up, because I love my Key sunglasses more than my designer pair. So
there
you go.
There's so many good styles, and they're just really good quality as well.
Definitely. And when we're sort of working out what our outfits are going to be, we also like to lay out our looks, and I love to take pictures.
Yeah, I feel like Alice
of
takes
a flat
pictures
lay.
And I'm more of sort of like, I write it down in my notes.
You do, which I love that, because I know a lot of creators who write it out, but I love to visually see it. A bit like a Polaroid if we were in like the 90s. But yeah, I love to like flat lay my outfit with my accessories and look at my phone, and then when I'm going through my phone, you'll delete or tick them off, and I'll delete them like out of my folder and my pictures.
It feels good because you're like, okay, that looks short, we're being productive.
Yeah, I love it.
Also, as well as accessories, props.
Oh,
I feel like that's one that you need
underrated.
to have. Kind of just makes the picture look a little bit more natural as it can be. You kind of feel more natural in the pose as well and taking the picture.
And what would you say, Tasha, is your favourite prop? I feel like where are we going to go with this?
Of course, it was Starbucks.
Oh, gotta be a Starbucks. Gotta be a Starbucks.
Has to be. Or, you know, the other sort of ones you could do is maybe like some flowers. That's always
good
nice
in the summer.
Yeah, spring and summer. What other props have we had?
We've had flowers, bouquets, real and fake.
Yeah,
we've done. I actually bought some from IKEA, some like sunflowers. I've also bought flowers before off Shein, but just bear in mind Shein takes ages to deliver.
Yeah, you gotta wait for delivery.
But it's very cheap. So if you're wanting like cheap, easy props, obviously the the reusable Starbucks cups.
Yeah, we always have those.
This time last year, what was in fashion? The
sort of
clear ones.
Like beaker cups.
Oh my god, I love those though.
Oh, they were a sellout, weren't they?
You couldn't buy them anywhere.
And people were reselling them for crazy prices.
Like 30 quid I saw one on eBay for.
Yeah, so maybe don't do that, but definitely get props, even like a little Polaroid or something. It's quite cute.
Yeah, that's very cute for like BTS and extra vibes for the day. So how much time do you think is a good amount of time to spend shooting a look? So say we're doing like 7 looks. This is on a good day, guys. Some days we're like Should we shoot 4 or 5 looks and go for lunch?
Yeah.
Which is what I've been doing loads lately.
Yeah.
In the winter, it's hard. It's really hard on your body. But hence probably why
You got the sore throat.
I've got a sore throat because I've just been out in the elements for God knows how many days. But how much time do you think you should spend on a look? We always set timers.
Yeah, we set timers, but it can depend because say it's an ad and we might spend a little bit more time on that because we might want to shoot it in 2 different locations or definitely getting the lighting right, doing different kind of shots. So that we may spend a little bit more time on, but I'd say average maybe like 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But that could be because we're also getting a reel.
Yeah.
And just maximising on the content.
Yeah, I think now it's taking me like half an hour a look.
Yeah.
Because we're doing, but that's for each of us together.
That's both of us.
That's for both of us. So we're like one and then the other. But we're shooting maybe one look is a half body, a full body shot, and then details. And then we're going, right, well, shall we use a TikTok sound? Should we film a video? Like do a slow-mo? Like all these things now, because we have to be so clever with how much content we create in one go. We're batch creating, but we're taking longer. So.
Yeah. And you might think, oh, what's the point in doing that? You're only going to select one picture, but that's not true. Like there's times when we will sort of spread them out around our feed. Like one time we might post the close up and then you might want to do a detail shot for like a filler pic, a reel. You can repost the same sort of outfit.
Definitely. And also I think back to, I hate to think back to it, but the pandemic.
Yeah.
Loads of people didn't have content because that initial like, oh, we can't leave our house, we can't shoot. Not many people, and I kind of felt it like, I'm probably one of the lucky ones, but I kind of felt like my room wasn't big enough to shoot content in.
You kind of looked at other people and thought, oh
they've got a really nice
enough.
Yeah, because like I did not feel like my space was good enough for the gram, so that was hard to kind of deal with in lockdown.
Also, I feel like something that's really helpful when we're packing for a shoot day is pack in order of how you want to shoot. You almost have to work backwards. I sometimes think, okay, here's a look I'm going to bring with me, but if I don't shoot it, then it's not the end of the world. Pack those last and then pack cohesively. That definitely really helps.
I agree. And what I quite like to do is finish on a cozy look.
Yes, we always make sure we do that as well, like some kind of
Guys, it's like a reward.
Set.
It's a reward for the end of the day. Always do. Like the first outfit is like
one that's quite hard to get changed. Yeah. Awkward sort of outfit. So
like wear it in.
Wear it there.
And then the next few looks, like if it's a horrible, I say horrible, like if it's a dress or if it's something like you have to fully change your whole entire outfit and it feels faffy, do those first.
Yeah.
You'll be like, thank God I got them over
They're
done
out
with.
The way.
And then you have this like golden loungewear to like change into, or like something comfortable, like a hoodie and like cycling shorts or something.
Yeah. So
oh my God.
Definitely always bring that. I feel like as well, no matter what the weather, definitely always bring a long coat.
Yes.
Even if it's not cold, if you're wearing something like a dress, you might just want to throw something on to cover you up, like walking to the location.
Definitely. Or like almost like a runner pair of heels. Like, not heels, trainers.
Yeah,
oh my
so
gosh.
If you are wearing heels,
throw
the trainers on.
Yeah, and in the summer we do like a pair of sandals or like flip-flops, like something that like is really super lightweight. Or sliders was your go-to. But it makes it so much easier, and again, streamlines the process, makes it productive.
Definitely. Any other sort of top things that we say you need to bring?
Ooh,
I feel like tote
bags. Oh my God, don't we love them?
Always.
But it's sad because none of my tote bags are like, they're kind of vibey, but sometimes it's like some random marketing company.
Mine was always like a bag for life.
Yours was a bag for life. Like, there's a gap in the market here, Tasha.
Yeah, should we make
but like
cute
blogger bags,
yes.
like, oh my God, massively.
Definitely. They can be handy for when you have shot a look, put away the ones you've shot into an extra tote bag.
Bring the extra tote bag.
An extra one, yeah. And we also find that useful because we always trying to plan in somewhere a coffee stop or like a lunch stop, and we'll essential it is. We'll shoot a picture there so it's still productive, and then you can use the toilets there to get changed into another look. So
but then you like throw the other outfit into your like spare tote, which is ideal.
Makes it so much easier. So
amazing.
That's definitely a top little thing to bring with you.
So that brings us on to how we maximize creating our content. So what goes into the nitty gritty of the shoot day. So like the bits that we come home with and we go through and sort and edit, like that whole process is part 2 of the content creation process. Like,
whole different side of it.
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? Like there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, like as a photographer, the main thing is, like my advice is shoot, and shoot.
Overshoot.
You
can't ever shoot too much, can you?
Yeah, you can always delete.
Exactly.
Or store away in a hard drive, which I do, and I have many a hard drive.
Hoard the pictures.
Oh my God, I do. I don't delete anything. But I think a thing that I've really learnt from creating for others is to shoot a variety of styles, and often it's the styles and the shots that people initially don't like that they end up loving.
Yeah, definitely.
When they go to edit.
Yeah. You never know until you kind of put a bit of an edit on, like played around with the lighting.
And also, like, you might shoot in one way and then I'll go and shoot Tasha and it's a whole different vibe, and I'm like, oh, can I reshoot my look, or can we give that a go?
Seeing someone else's perspective and their eye, like you can see it differently sometimes.
Definitely.
Like, oh, that might work, something that you've might not seen, or vice versa.
Yeah, I think we've been able to really, like, work out how we shoot well together.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think if you're creating with someone who is also a creator, you're going to get their take on social media.
Yeah, it really helps.
It helps. But also if it's somebody that doesn't understand it, or maybe is like, oh, for goodness sake, how many more photos? Like, you kind of want to shift that energy if possible, because it can really affect like how your shots come out.
Yeah, I feel like I'd say if you are shooting with someone that isn't also a creator, I feel like lots of people say to kind of, you take the picture of them first, just to show them the lighting and the angle that you want it at, and then they'll take the picture of you. And also, if you are wanting more pictures and they're sort of not wanting to stand there for ages, I think try the burst feature if you have an iPhone, because that takes so many pictures, but they feel like they're not doing it for as long.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
love
mean?
that. Reverse psychology, a little bit of manipulation.
I was like, just slide to the left and do the burst.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Also, just a little quick shout out. Your BF is a pro.
He does definitely take a lot of my pictures.
Oh, bless him. I literally, the level of content, I'm like, look at this.
Not really complaining. Sometimes, like we were saying, when you do want the extra shot, it might be a bit of an eye roll, but he definitely doesn't mind. Which is,
honestly, he's such a good Insta boyfriend.
Yeah. You need them people in your life.
You do. And also, if you are with someone, like, I'm just going to give it like a little bit of relationship advice from somebody who's, you know, really single. If somebody does not support your passions, like, they need to go.
Yeah, you don't need that energy in your life.
You want someone that's like understanding,
motivates you, supports you.
Yeah, and friends as well. Like,
yes, definitely. And we've both definitely learned that the hard way.
We have. So when we're kind of like working with people who, you know, don't necessarily want to be there, or we've kind of just like done something on a whim, just say to them, okay, well, if you can get me a full body shot, a half body, and a detail, I can cope with that. Like, you can work with that.
You can.
Another thing I think that I've started to do now that I have an iPhone, which has been game changing, is to film like clips throughout the day on my camera roll, and like use that to
you never know
add
what you could
extra
use it
content.
for.
Yeah, like TikTok stories.
Yeah, we always think, how could we use it on stories as well? And I feel like it sort of changed last year, but a lot of people are preferring to see sort of lifestyle shots. So obviously last year was the trend of the photo dump. So
the photo dump.
We loved that. I kind of like the fact that it's going a bit more sort of lifestyle and a bit more chilled out, and not so much posed. It's quite nice. So yeah, just taking little pics here and there throughout the day. You can use it as a feed post.
I think it makes it just more engaging, and like you're getting an insight into someone's life.
Yeah,
I really do enjoy a photo dump.
I do.
Like, I haven't got any hate.
As well.
I haven't got any hate against a photo dump.
No,
I love them.
I love them too. Let's carry that on.
Let's carry that trend on, guys. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
So we love to repurpose our content.
We do.
Things like, for us, YouTube, we need thumbnails.
Yeah,
so like selfies with your friends. If you're vlogging as well, if you're deciding you want to do like YouTube as well on top of like Instagram or whatever, get like more chilled photos of the day, less pose stuff, like fun selfies with friends, or your coffee or your food, that type of thing. So another great thing to maximize your potential on social media is to tap into stories and market yourself and your personality like straight
Definitely.
away from the get-go. Like
Yeah.
what advice would you give, Tasha?
I would feel like story as much as possible, show your face, chat to your audience, because that is the way they're going to really get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I feel like that's what I love to watch anyway.
A face a day is
Yeah.
what they say.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's really cringy, but it's so true.
It is true, because you kind of can't get too much from just a photo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they say anyone can kind of throw on a nice outfit, but seeing someone's personality is a lot more. So it can be so much more engaging.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do want something from your social media, it's going to be the way that you can kind of grow a following, because people are going to be more engaged. So yeah, there's loads you can put on stories, whether that is talking about your day or maybe just even sharing like your wish list. I quite like to do those
that's
quite
nice.
often.
Yeah.
You can share links for people to go and view and just giving them outfit inspo.
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people share like question topics, which
Yeah,
I need to
questions
do
of the
more
day.
of, but I just need to think of like some things relevant to my
topics.
niche or
Yeah.
something. Maybe we need to do one.
Yeah, we should.
Just
Just
sat
like,
down Q&A. Q&As are really
Q&A,
fun. I
yeah.
love reading people's Q&As.
so
Like,
do I. Or
I
just
learn
like
so
a little
much.
story time from their day. Something like that.
we always have a story time, don't we?
We do, so we should definitely
From our
share
shoot days.
more.
Maybe we should do a YouTube video on like story times, like shoot day edition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, we've
the
had
real-
some seriously crazy
some-
ones.
Yeah. Oh, what would you even say is the worst off your top of your head?
The worst. Maybe Green Park. Maybe shooting the Ritz. That was
Oh
pretty
my
bad.
God.
Tasha.
That was a time when I was actually scared.
Tasha was actually scared. And do you know what it is? I think when Tasha looks at me and I'm
I looked
scared.
at Alice for reassurance.
But if Tasha realises I'm a bit scared,
I'm
that's
like
it.
10 times worse.
That's
because
it. Like, 'cause
Alice
I-
is usually the chilled one.
I'm usually
And I'm
quite
the
chill and
worrier.
like, yeah, you're the worry, but like also as well, because I feel like I'm like protecting you.
Yeah.
Like I will snap at people if I
Yeah.
have to protect
Yeah.
us
It's like,
both.
oh my God, Alice.
But oh my gosh, it was quite scary, wasn't it?
It
So what happened,
was.
Tasha? Set the scene. It's Christmas time,
We're just trying
Begin-
to take
early
on just at
December.
the Brits, and
late November.
of course there's unwanted attention.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that a thing? Like, I know we hear it so often from so many bloggers, catcalling, just making comments, and it's just not necessary. Like, we are there to do our job. That's us creating that content is our job. So why is it an issue? And we were minding our own business, trying to take pictures, and yeah, there was just men trying to hassle us.
There was this one guy who pulled up at traffic lights, and I don't know what it is. Like normally, if it happens for a few seconds, I can joke with them and kind of be like not on their side, but just like not make them feel more belittled than they should be. Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes they do need belittling.
Yeah, and telling.
But oh my goodness, this guy would not quit. Like he was at a red light at Green Park, like outside the Ritz.
Yeah.
And the lights went green. It was a busy street. And he did not move. He would not move. And he was like shouting out of the car that he was going to come and get us. And like he was going to take us out. And like we had to get in his car. And I was just like Tasha, like,
yeah,
this is not right. This is really
No,
not right.
definitely
And
not.
obviously we were doing our thing. Yes, we were in dresses, but that did not warrant the attention
Yeah, so-
that we got from him. It was just bizarre.
It was.
It was bizarre. And he actually looped back around
Yeah, luckily we were gone by then because of
to find
safety
us.
first.
Yeah, so we ended up running into the Ritz and this lovely doorman. Bearing in mind, I had like this really pretty dress on, but we had trainers on, and I had a coat that didn't
hoodie.
match
You
and a
had a
hoodie.
hoodie
I had a
on.
hoodie on. And the doorman was like, go inside, go to the powder room, wait around there. If you need to have like a cup of tea, like just
Yeah,
relax.
he was so
He was
sweet,
so
but then
sweet.
There was another guy sort of a bit further in on the reception that obviously had no idea what was going on and was sort of like, I don't think you're meant to be here. We were like, we're
I
just
felt
going to
so out of place.
It looked like we just run in for the toilet.
Yeah, it looked like we were taking
And it wasn't
like
the kind of place you
yeah,
did that.
yeah. It looked like we were really taking advantage of the Ritz. But the lovely doorman was so sweet. I think his name was Robert.
Yeah, I think
Was his
we
name
asked for
Robert?
his name.
He was lovely and
Nevertheless,
protective.
it was really nice in there.
Yeah, very very nice. But yeah, it wasn't a nice experience. Like we kind of felt quite deflated afterwards. didn't we?
Yeah, we did, but we still got the shot.
Oh, we've had many a funny story though. We have.
Even just funny things between ourselves, not even bad things, just
No,
funny situations.
funny situations or like things that have happened. driving fiascos, like parking. I think I remember like trying to wedge my car in between the tightest spot in London.
I was having to get out and patrol me in,
and there was like a van that was like laughing at me, and he was like, I can't, I've never seen someone do like a 90-point turn to get into a parallel space, but okay.
You were nearly going to give up as well.
I was. So yeah, I think we've learned a lot from shooting content together. We've had highs and
from each other.
Lows that we've learnt from. Like, I don't want to be that person that's like, it comes with the territory, but when you're first shooting out, please don't be discouraged.
Yeah, if
somebody comes up to you and invades your space, even though if you were to do that to a builder, it would be unacceptable.
Exactly.
And they're on the street doing their own thing, so usually with their tops off. So.
Yeah, exactly. And if you are a bit worried about it, even just the thought of, I don't know, you might think, oh, people are going to look. I always just think, you're not going to see them again.
No.
You're doing what you want. You're going to benefit from it. They're not. So.
And also, I find, don't give them eye contact.
No, we just don't even look.
We don't even look.
Zone into the phone.
Yeah, zone into the phone. Like, I'm looking at Tasha. Tasha's guiding me and vice versa. And another thing that I love about the camera is I can hide behind the camera as well. So it's like perfect. Yeah. It's perfect. So once we've got our content and we've had our content day, we go into the editing and planning phase, which is a whole other strategy.
It is.
And I think everybody edits differently. Lots of people now like do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
I like to kind of make it cohesive. So for me, I'm in a few apps, but I'm pretty much there with the edit in like 1 or 2 apps. And my voice is really going, guys. So I'm going to get Tasha to start.
I'll tell you mine.
And talk about how she edits and plans her content.
So the first thing I would do is look through the photos. I usually am looking through, obviously, on my iPhone. What I like to use is the favourites feature. So I'll go through, look at a time, and favourite each photo, the things I'm kind of loving. Doesn't matter if you obviously over like a photo, you can go through again at the end. Then I'll sort of delete away the ones that I didn't like as much, or maybe I'm moving, blinking, something like that. Then once I've got a few favourites, I'll go into editing, and my favourite app to use is Lightroom. I feel like you're the same.
It's amazing. It's my favourite app.
It's a really good app, so if you are starting out creating and you want to start editing, I would definitely say download Lightroom. You don't even have to pay for it. You can pay for more features, but I personally don't. I think you...
I don't, so I have the full package because I'm a photographer.
Yeah, you need it.
I'm curious to know what you get for free.
I think you pretty much get a lot of it. I think
is it
maybe
just not
the
presets?
Thing you can do presets. I think the thing you can't do is select an area.
Oh,
can
right.
you do that on?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so what I like to use Lightroom for is I'll sort of change the colours, might select a colour, turn it down, turn it up. I like to play around with the brightness, contrast, and then the best thing you can do is you create the presets, like you said, which
paste it on every
makes
shot.
It so easy.
Oh, I love it.
The amount of times I've created a few of my favourite presets, and then you just select it onto the photo. You can still switch it around a little bit, but it makes it so much easier.
Another thing that I love about Lightroom is the yellow tones and being able to fiddle with the colour tones. Like if you've shot somewhere quite blue, you can warm up the shot. Also, if you have like blonde hair like me, you can drag the yellows out of the shot so your hair looks like whiter and just it's less brassier. And if you are looking a little bit pale and you want to give yourself a little bit of a glow, just drag the luminance down on your oranges to give you a deeper glow, and just drag the saturation down slightly. And that is my little hack.
It's definitely the perfect app for beginners as well. It's not hard to use.
Do you know what? If I was to give anyone advice on if somebody wanted to be a photographer, Lightroom is where you're going to learn. Like that's how I literally learned to edit.
Yeah. It's so good. I really love that app. And yeah, that's kind of all you really need to do with a photo. That's all I kind of do. Or I don't know, if I want a little bit of a different style, I might use an app like Cam or Dazcam to give it that kind of retro kind of effect.
Photo dump vibe.
That kind of vibe. But yeah, we're definitely not one for editing loads. I might sometimes detail over my eyes or something like that, give it a bit of a detail, but we're not ever promoting over editing yourself. I can't believe the kind of apps that there are these days.
There are
the face
game changing,
really change your face and your body. No, guys.
Yeah, I think that was it still is a thing, but
I think it is.
I feel like it's luckily not as like prominent, although when you look at like really, really, really big creators, like the Kardashians, they do Photoshop the hell out of their stuff. Yeah. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm also not thinking it's the right thing to do either.
No.
Like I find it hard as a photographer because I guess working with influencers, once I give my images out, I have no say on the final edit. No, I can't say to them, you cannot edit the photo after this.
Yeah.
Because I create influencer photography. Yeah. So that's a whole other podcast.
It is, but really I just wanted to mention that because when we say editing, you could maybe think that that's what we mean.
Yeah, you could think it's really complicated.
Yeah. No, it's just on the lighting, and also with editing, I quite like to bulk edit, so then I can kind of plan
I need to do this
a
more.
week in advance. It kind of helps sort of plan your feed a bit, which you don't overly need to do, but it can just be sometimes helpful for you to know what you want to post.
Yeah, particularly if you've got like a full-time job and you haven't got time to like be on your phone throughout the day to go and edit something, because sometimes you'll be in a mood. The last couple of days I haven't posted anything because I have got so many images.
And you're like,
I'm
Where
overwhelmed.
do I start?
And also, the one thing, guys, I'm sorry, I used to be an Android user. I had a Samsung, and the one thing that I cannot wrap my head around, this is probably going to be the most controversial opinion, I hate the camera roll.
Really?
I hate it with a passion.
Ugh, see, I've just never known any different.
Oh my God. It's actually crazy, how many folders I used to have. And I know you can create folders on iPhone anyway, but you could literally drag and remove stuff.
Oh, yes, that is.
And move it over, whereas my camera roll is just a shambles. Yeah. It's screenshots of a conversation, it's inspo for someone's picture, it's a really cute guy on the ground, do you know what I mean? There's a whole mess of stuff, and then it's right, okay, now I have to look at my edits, and I think I've found it really hard to streamline and enjoy the editing process on an iPhone, even though I love the fact that they're just all there. I've shot it on my phone. I still haven't got to the point where my workflow is great on the iPhone, but I'm learning.
You're learning, you'll get there.
It's my first one, which is crazy.
That is crazy. Ever.
Ever.
Oh my God.
I know.
I've only ever been an iPhone user.
I was a Samsung girl, and then I realised I couldn't really create to the best of my ability. Unfortunately, there's a lot of apps as a creator, planning, editing, and also affiliate marketing apps that are not available on Android, which is such a shame.
Crazy. Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's an iPhone kind of world if you want to be a creator. I'm not trying to put pressure on you that you need an iPhone, but luckily Tasha
we used to share my phone.
We used to share Tasha's phone
at events.
Yeah, because even Instagram stories were shocking.
Yeah.
Which was such a shame. The Instagram app did not work the way that it worked on an iPhone. No. So there's lots of things to consider with the creation process, and
where you want to go with
maybe maybe you do own an Android and you're like, why haven't I got any of these functionalities? That was literally my issue, and I had to take the time to invest, and it is an industry that you invest in.
It is, definitely.
And you build your own personal brand, but do you think it's worth it, Tasha? Has it been worth it for you?
What, the iPhone?
Well, everything. Social media. Investing in yourself.
Definitely. Yeah, you have to. And it pays off in the end, definitely.
Mm-hmm. And I think we've learnt so many lessons, and we're meeting amazing people, and the energy that we're around really good vibes, and I just love it. I love everything about what we do at the moment. I think we've got a good thing going, definitely.
Yeah, I always would say that I would always do it unless I didn't love it, but I love it so much, so it never feels like a chore.
Oh, it's amazing.
It is.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Tasha.
Thanks so much for having me.
Coming onto the pod.
We shared some good tips and tricks.
We've got so many ideas already. We've been weighing things up. What should we include in this one? What should we mention in a future podcast? She's coming back on.
Oh, definitely.
100%.
I need to.
Amazing.
There's so much we've learned along the way that we have so much
Maybe
to share.
We'll do a story time as our next podcast.
Yeah, we should do a story time.
That would be hilarious. I'd love that.
That'd be really good.
But as ever, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to today's podcast. I really hope that me and Tasha have imparted some knowledge, some wisdom, and lots of ideas and inspo and tips.
Yeah, and maybe even encourage some people to start.
Yeah, just get out there, do it, and get yourself out there. And guys, make sure you remember today's affirmation, which is, today I will do something my future self will thank me for. And of course, Tasha's quote,
you're only one decision away from completely changing your life.
That's it, guys. That's all we're going to give you
That's all we
today.
give you.
I feel like we've given a lot of tea today.
Yeah, I think so as well. I hope we've been helpful.
Yeah, I really hope so. And lastly, if there's anything that you do for your content days, if you're a content creator, please, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know
share
what you do and how you create your content. It would be lovely to hear from you. And if you enjoyed today's podcast, guys, make sure you give it a 5-star review. Head over to either myself or Tasha's Instagram. We'd both love to hear from you. And we'd love to know, if you are a content creator, your inspo and like how you guys content create, because I feel like there's value in everyone and everyone's experience, don't you think,
Tasha? We definitely need to hear and share it with everyone.
So you can share a story or drop us a DM. My Instagram is at alicelucybradley and Tasha's is at Tasha Glacier. Guys, I will see you and speak to you in next Monday's episode. Stay sweet.
Stay sweet.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Staying Sweet, the podcast. If you enjoyed listening, please do leave a review and I will catch you next week for a new episode. Stay sweet.